Let's shuffle and see what we have from the Gratitude Oracle. Okay, so it's about patience. Patience. Patience is a tough one. We want it, and we want it yesterday. Okay. I want enlightenment, and I want it tomorrow. You know, I'm starting the path. I'm going to be serious and earnest, and I'm going to get it within a year. I don't know how many people come and they have that kind of an ideation. You know, I'm going to be the one person that can get there within a year's time. I can do it quicker than Buddha. I can do it quicker than anyone. I'm just going to get there in a year. I don't think so. Patience. Unfamiliar territory. Oh, yeah, that's a hard one to have patience when you are in an unfamiliar territory and you're feeling like a fish out of water. Okay. So let's look and see what else we have with that. Patience. You know, again, sometimes it takes, like our reading that we had before this one, you know, and all of these ones, patience, you see the butterflies, transformation. You need to have patience. Transformation takes time. And a lot of times, yeah, you feel like a fish out of water, something new that you haven't encountered. Yeah, create. So you need to be creative, you know, during those times to get yourself sort of grounded, to get yourself in a place where you feel a little more stable. If you're feeling like, again, fish out of water, I don't know, I've got to be patient, okay? Sometimes it helps to be creative during that time. So the challenge is dreamer. You've got your head in the clouds. Okay, higher things. Beautiful. Okay. So it's okay to have high dreams. Okay. To see the beauty. That's all well and good and fine. But again, sometimes we can get out into fantasy, which isn't going to help us because we are bound up and we need to get beyond fantasy. Again, we need to challenge the illusions of truth. Okay. Nature, look at the nature of things. Okay. Look at the reality. Look at that. And this comes up with, again, the one we just had on perspective. Having a perspective, being able to see in clarity what's taking place. So why is it? What is being bound up? Okay. What is the nature of being bound? Okay. What's going on with that in your life? If you are feeling bound up, you feel like you're kind of unfamiliar territory, you're kind of a person that's got their head in the clouds and just dreaming and stuff, then you need to, again, be creative, have patience, and have a good perspective, a good outlook. Be able to look at things, the nature of things, how things are playing out in your life, what is connecting to what, and so how is this interplaying in your life? This, again, takes patience. To have a good perspective, and you look at things, and again, whatever is changeable is not the divine is. Okay, whatever is changeable, if you are wanting to know God, if you're wanting to know that divine is, then you've got to come to the center of being. okay? And it's like peeling away the layers of an onion. It takes patience. A lot of times you're going to feel really like a fish out of water, and you're going to have to be, again, the perspective, look at things with clarity, okay? If you find yourself going out there in the dreamer, your head's in the clouds too much, ungrounded, then you need to be grounded. And I don't care how beautiful it is, if you're fantasy and putting fantasy out there, it's not going to aid you, because it's in order, when you're bound up, you have to look at the nature of things. Why is it taking place? In order to do that, it takes time and patience and being willing to actually look at what's taking place and get to the seed of it. What seed was planted that's causing this feeling of being bound? What seed was planted? That's what you have to come back to. You follow it back. You follow things back and back and back and back in time, and you find out what seed, because some seed was planted somewhere that makes you feel bound up. You don't feel bound for no reason at all, okay? It doesn't just spring out of nothing. There is some seed that was planted in your mind at some point of time by someone or some event that you have held on to, grasped, and just let it keep you just bound up, okay? Keeps you bound up. So it takes, again, that perspective of looking at things, okay, and questioning it deeply. When you get to the heart of the matter and you look at it realistically, you can find out that it's an illusion of truth, something you've put into place that you've been feeding, okay, substantiating, giving life to, and it's time to pull that out by its roots, okay? It's time to say, I don't need you in my life, again, to become free, liberated, moksha. It's about coming to see that what has been driving one, okay, and perpetuating these things are illusions of truth. When you look at it, they really have no basis in a viable reality, okay? They really don't have a basis in a viable reality. It's something, again, if it's not freeing, then it's an illusion of truth. If it's something that's not freeing to you, then we have adopted something that has kept us bound up, okay, within ourselves, within our own mental structure, and it's causing, it could have been something that happened that was fearful, and it caused you to have a knee-jerk reaction and an adrenaline rush and fear that came out of it, okay? So if you have something that's somehow a bit of a reminder, whether it's a scent, it could be anything, a scent or a feeling or just the way the light is playing. It could be anything that sets off a reminder of that time, and then you go right back into it again. Okay, you keep accessing that fear moment and that adrenaline rush and that, and then you layer over it, you layer it onto whatever is taking place now, okay? But if you look at what's going on now and you say, stop, the only thing that's happening is whatever it is you are physically doing, and start deconstructing that, then you can come to it and cut the knots of it and be free of it, okay? But you have to see it first. You can't change something if you can't see it, if you're unwilling to look at it, okay? The path is about looking at things, confronting it, getting to the truth of it, the bottom of it, okay? And then going forward, okay? So much love and light, and I will see you online.